the 2025 National League Cy Young Award winner from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Skenes.
Boy. And strike three call, and just like that, the inning's over.
All right, guys. Let's talk about the most insane rumor mill that's going around this offseason so far. Paul Skenes just unanimously won the 2025 NL Cy Young Award. This dude is 23 years old, has pitched barely 55 games in his major league career, and he's already putting up numbers that make you question reality. I mean, we're talking about a 1.97 ERA in 2025, leading MLB with a ridiculous 217 ERA plus, striking out 216 batters while holding opposing hitters to 199 batting averages. The man is a certified problem on the mound. But here's where things get absolutely crazy. We all know, and I mean every baseball fan knows, that there's zero chance the Pirates are going to pay this guy what he deserves when his rookie contract is up. I mean, come on, this is Bob Nutting we're talking about. The same owner who runs the Pirates with a payroll that's essentially covered by ticket and concession revenue alone, while pocketing all the TV money and MLB revenue sharing. The Pirates currently sit at 27th out of 30 teams in payroll at just over $84 million, while teams like the Dodgers are spending $350 million plus. It's genuinely embarrassing. So naturally, the rumor mill has been absolutely churning with Paul Skenes' trade speculation. And look, I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. The Pirates organization has said they will 100% not be trading him this offseason or this upcoming season. Pirates GM Ben Cherington made it crystal clear at the GM meetings, saying he's going to be a Pirate in 2026. Okay, sure, Ben. We've heard it before, but sure. But trust me, the rumors we're about to dive into are not your typical big market team wants a star player nonsense. This is different. This is the kind of stuff that makes Brian Cashman sit up at 3 a.m. with a massive grin on his face. But before we get into the video, guys, thank you so much on our road to 50,000 subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and put those notifications on, because as you know, anyone who does do that, we're giving away a jersey of your choice every single upload. With that being said, this upload's winner is at Eaton044. Appreciate you, brother. Reach out to me to get your jersey. Now that that's out of the way, let's get right into it. So obviously there's been speculation about Skenes for a while now. At the trade deadline this past summer, multiple teams checked in on him, even though the Pirates made it clear they weren't interested. The Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, all the usual suspects were sniffing around, but the Pirates weren't budging. And honestly, why would they? The dude just started his second season. But now that the offseason has started, you're starting to see these generic trade rumors pop up. Could the Pirates trade Paul Skenes? Teams interested in Paul Skenes? Standard stuff, right? The kind of rumors that get generated because baseball writers need content, and Paul Skenes is the best young pitcher in baseball for an organization that historically doesn't keep star players. But then we got this bombshell. Randy Miller from NJ.com dropped an absolute nuke this week. He spoke with a former Pirates player, someone who was teammates with Skenes in both 2024 and 2025, and this anonymous player straight up said, quote, "Trust me, he wants to play for the Yankees. I've heard him say it multiple times." Wait. This isn't just speculation anymore. This is allegedly a teammate of Skenes, someone who was in the clubhouse with him, someone who heard these conversations firsthand, saying that Paul Skenes has repeatedly expressed that he wants to be a New York Yankee. But it gets even better, or worse if you're a Pirates fan. This same teammate also said that Skenes has no confidence the Pirates ever are going to win with him in Pittsburgh, and that he's hoping for a trade well before his free agency begins after the 2029 season. Now, I gotta be fair here. Jason Mackey from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette pushed back on this, saying he thinks Skenes actually likes Pittsburgh, and Ben Cherington addressed the rumor directly, saying, "I do dismiss it, but I understand it. What we're going to focus on is just how do we win games with him in a Pirates uniform." But guys, why would a pitcher as competitive and talented as Paul Skenes want to waste his prime years on a team that's going absolutely nowhere under Bob Nutting? The largest contract the Pirates have ever given out is Brian Reynolds' 8-year, $106 million deal. And Skenes is going to command somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 to $500 million, if not more, when he hits free agency. So there's zero chance in my mind that the Pirates actually pay up that amount of money. Okay, so here's where this gets really interesting from the Yankees' perspective. If I'm Brian Cashman and I just heard this news, I'm literally doing backflips in my office, and here's why. First off, Cashman and the Yankees already tried to trade for Skenes at the deadline. According to John Heyman, the Yankees were willing to put together a package centered around Spencer Jones and George Lombard Jr., their top 2 position player prospects. Now, the Pirates shot it down immediately, but the fact that the Yankees were willing to discuss their best prospects tells you how serious that they were about this. Now, think about what just changed. Before, this was just the Yankees trying to pry away a generational talent from a team that had no reason to trade him. But now Cashman knows that Skenes actually wants to be a Yankee. So this completely changes the calculus of a potential trade. Here's the thing about trading for star players on rookie contracts. You're always worried about whether they'll actually sign an extension with you, or if they'll just bolt in free agency and make your massive trade package look like a disaster. Remember Juan Soto? Now, of course, that situation isn't exactly the same. Soto wasn't on a rookie contract, but the Yankees gave up a huge haul to get him, and they ended up only getting him for 1 year until he signed with the Mets. But if Skenes is allegedly actively telling people he wants to be in New York, that's a game changer. All of a sudden, if I'm the Yankees, I'm willing to give up even more now to get Skenes because I have way more confidence that he's going to stay with the team long term. So let's talk business. What would it actually take to get Paul Skenes? Based on what we know from the deadline discussions, the Yankees were offering Spencer Jones and George Lombard Jr. But honestly, that's not nearly enough. The Pirates would need an absolute haul to move the best young pitcher in baseball. Now, Spencer Jones is interesting. He's a 24-year-old outfielder who slashed .274, .362, .571 with 35 home runs between AA and AAA this season. The dude is 6'7", 240 pounds, and when he connects, the ball goes to the moon. He's currently ranked as MLB's number 99 overall prospect, but I'll be honest, his strikeout rate is extremely concerning, and there's valid criticism about how his hitting style will translate at the big league level. Now, the Yankees have made it clear that they would only trade Jones for Skenes, nobody else. Then you have George Lombard Jr., who is even more intriguing, honestly. He's only 20 years old, and he's ranked as the number 25 overall prospect in all of baseball. He's a shortstop with elite defensive tools and showed some serious patience at the plate with a .367 OBP this year. And this kid can fly too. He had 35 stolen bases across multiple levels last season. But here's the reality. If the Pirates are actually going to trade Paul Skenes, they're going to want more. We're talking about a package that would absolutely need to include Jones and Lombard and at least 3 or 4 more high-level prospects. Maybe someone like Carlos LaGrange or Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, both pitching prospects in the Yankee system who have shown real promise. And you could also see them maybe asking for Luis Gil, who's already proven he can pitch in the majors and picked up a Rookie of the Year. The point is, the Yankees have the ammunition to make a competitive offer. Not many teams do. The Dodgers, Mets, maybe the Red Sox and the Mariners, but that's about it. And if Skenes is genuinely telling people he wants New York, that gives the Yankees a massive edge. Now, here is where this really gets crazy and why this rumor makes so much sense from a Yankees perspective beyond just getting a good pitcher. Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner have been very public about wanting to bring the Yankees payroll under $300 million. Hal literally said in a February interview, quote, "Should I really need a $300 million plus payroll to win a championship?" Now, I know George Steinbrenner is rolling in the grave and Yankees fans are just like, what is going on with this team? But that's what he said. So let's look at it from this perspective now. The Yankees ended 2025 with a competitive balanced tax payroll of around $323 million. They currently have about $263 million committed for 2026, which means they have roughly $37 million of flexibility before hitting Steinbrenner's ceiling. That's not a lot when you consider they still need to address the bullpen, bring back Cody Bellinger, who it's reported they really want to bring back, and fill all their roster holes, let alone make a play at the Japanese talent that's become available this offseason. So how can the Yankees possibly stay competitive while cutting payroll? How do they address their needs and keep Hal happy? Well, think about it. Paul Skenes is on a rookie contract right now. Right now, he's making around $850,000 to $1 million a year. Now, he is going to hit arbitration in the last 2 years of his rookie deal, and then you're looking at least $20 to $25 million a year, I'd say. But still, even at that, it's a huge bargain for what you're getting in Paul Skenes. So here's the gist of it. Brian Cashman can go out and acquire the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, have him locked up on an insanely team-friendly deal, potentially reduce payroll in the short term by trading away prospects who don't count against the luxury, and other pieces like Stroman and Luis Gil, and still field a championship caliber team. I mean, your rotation would be Paul Skenes, Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Cam Schlittler. That's insane. So what actually happens here? Let's game this out. The Pirates have been adamant they're not trading Skenes. Sherrington said it, Nutting knows this would cause a riot in Pittsburgh, but here's the thing. The Pirates have a pattern. They've historically traded away star players rather than pay them. Remember Garrett Cole? Traded to the Astros. Andrew McCutchen? Traded. Starling Marte? Traded. Brian Reynolds almost got traded before they finally gave him an extension, and even that was considered shocking given Nutting's history. And even that was only $100 million. We're talking about a $400+ million extension. So the reality is, if Skenes is actually telling teammates he wants out, if he's actually making it known he has no faith in the organization, the Pirates are going to have to make a decision. Do they keep him for 4 more years knowing he's going to walk in free agency? Or do they trade him now or in the next year or two while his value is at its absolute peak and rebuild the farm system? And if they do trade him, the Yankees would be the perfect destination. They have the prospects Pittsburgh would want, they have the big market appeal that Skenes apparently craves, and they have the financial flexibility, ironically, through trading for a cheap asset to make it work with their payroll goals. Now look, I'm not saying this trade is happening. This entire report and rumor could all be absolute cap. The Pirates could absolutely stick to their guns and keep Skenes through his team control years, and maybe even surprise all of us and actually invest in building a winner around him. But the fact that we're even having this conversation, the fact that allegedly there's this teammate that went to the media saying Skenes wants to be a Yankee, that's something for sure. And from the Yankees' perspective, this has to be like Christmas morning. You've got a 23-year-old pitcher who's already one of the best in baseball, who's dirt cheap for the next 2 years, who apparently wants to play for you. The rumblings have begun, folks, and if there's one thing we know about Bob Nutting and the Pirates, it's that they always, and I mean always, prioritize the bottom line over winning. My prediction, the Pirates hold firm through 2026 and a lockout plagued 2027, but once Skenes hits arbitration and his salary starts climbing towards $20-30 million per year, suddenly that we're never trading him talk is going to soften real quick in my opinion, and when that happens, Brian Cashman is going to be ready with the checkbook, or in this case, the prospect list. But what do you guys think? Is this all smoke or is there a real fire here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please make sure to subscribe. That's all for today. I'll see you guys on the next one.